Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is going to be a quick video, I think, if I'm not talking a lot. I wanted to sort some clothes that I have. I'm going to keep some of them here, and some of those clothing items are things that I've um, id, knitted. I have some that I know that I'll keep here. I might look through the wardrobe that I have to see if there's anything else that I might want to store here because I still would like to keep it, but some of them I'm going to make the pattern again, and I'll definitely make other patterns to um, fill those gaps of where I won't be having some of them. Right now, I have them in one of the larger drawers in my dresser, the one over here, but it is in a spot where I would like to put some things that I'm using because right now I kind of put them in random places. So my parents store a lot of bags in my closet and luggages. So they did take some of them out recently, but I'll use one of them to store the extra stuff. So one of them is the Nuna jumper. I love this jumper. It's one of the few that I knit the full length of. So full length sleeves and the body. Pretty uncommon for me to do that. I It smells nice. I would definitely make this again. I don't know if it'll be like a project that's sooner rather than later, but I definitely love this. I was thinking of maybe recycling the yarn, and I could do that, but I mainly want to do this pattern again because it definitely fits. The only thing is that sometimes with color work, when you move, like you move your arms and everything, the color work, this portion like moves with you, and I was thinking maybe I would adjust it in some way. So either knit a different size or um, change, well, it would change the gauge to use a different needle and yarn. So I feel like I want to have another gray sweater or jumper in my wardrobe. I do like wearing them. I know that I would eventually get the Ukrainian yarn that comes in gray, and I want that one because it's affordable and I have other colors that I could put with it. I would like to, like, if I can, I would like to have the yarn be from maybe like the same company, and I usually get the yarn around the same weight. I don't want to fluctuate too much. The next one, that would be the explanation or the reason why I'm keeping it here. But for majority of the projects I have done or used yarn and they were like around the same weight, if not the same weight. So this one was, I might knit this one sooner since I actually do really love this one. And me already being like, well, maybe I could just wear it here or wear it there, but I would like it to be more freeing. So the next one, as I just had that whole explanation, I would like to make this one at some point again. It took me a while to even get to this project, and I wouldn't be surprised if it took me even longer to get to this project. So with this one, oh, I already said the name of that one. This one is a pattern. It's the Sleipnir. It's a pattern. The Sleipnir sweater, and I turned it into a cardigan. So this is the pattern. You could see the color work there. Well, the floats on the inside. Um, I would like to make this one again. I actually really love it when it's weird when it's damp because that's when the yarn is super, well, kind of like what I was wanting the garment to be like. I love the fit of this, and I do like the sizing for Jenna Coast Net, so I don't feel like I will deviate too much from the size that I make, but I am curious, so I do want to show a pattern that I would like to make in a different size of hers, but this fits really well. Um, and it's a giant yoke, and for that, since there's less flexibility for that area, I feel like it's it bodes well. Um, so with this one, sorry, I keep moving it. It's a little on the shorter side. It's too right to my hips. Um, I might make it. Oh, I do like this size, but I might make it longer. I'm not sure. I do like the fit of this. But um, both of the yarns are technically DK, but this one, the for the contrast color, the color work, it is Patagonia. Um, and some websites say sport, some say DK. So I feel like I would say it's more on like this, like more of a sport weight for me. Well, the way that I perceive it. And the this is a universal yarn. I love this tweed. I actually really enjoy the universal tweed yarn, and it's 100% wool. This is 100% wool too, and Argentinian wool. And then I I just feel that when I make it again, I would like it to be more the same weight of yarn because I feel like the contrast color kind of caves in when it's not wet. When it's wet, it seems fine because it kind of, the main color kind of just like stretches and goes down, which I don't usually prefer. This is a non-super wash. No, is it? Now I feel like it actually might be a superwash because that's why I knit it on the shorter side because a lot of times superwash stretches out. Let me check because that's what I think that was my thought process of it. Oh, I actually used I referenced a photo from like a while ago on my phone because I know it's like why do you keep so much on your phone? But I used it from the past. I remembered another picture that I had. It was a screenshot completely irrelevant to what I was doing, and what I was using the photo for is completely irrelevant to this video. It's actually um like assignment related, but I was talking to one of my friends, like the technician, because I was helping her pack. I didn't help too much, but I did help and I gave like emotional support for the move. Um, so I said, okay, I'm heading over now. I was thinking about stopping at my house, but it would take me forever to get motivation to leave. That's like a completely me thing to say. She said, do whatever. I just woke up. I'm going to start packing my car in case you get here before I see. And then I said, I'm here. Should I go up? And then she's like, yeah, Coke up. And then she said, come up. Please don't do Coke. So this is my phone's charging. Hmm. I mean, it's not that important, but so for me to see for sure what yarn, I know it's universal tweed. It is. I'm on my Ravelry because I tend to keep up with it. So it is a superwash. So that was my thought process. That if I knit it shorter, it'll stretch because, especially with Malabrigo superwash yarn, it stretches a lot. That was what I made. That's the next project. Not that I made this project multiple times. But the first time I made that project, I made it with the main color from Malabrigo, Malabrigo Rios, and it stretched out so much, and I was like, I don't really want that. So I mainly work with non-superwash, but it might be because of like the different material that's in here. As I said, it was 100% wool. Um, it's 90% wool. So me correcting myself. 90% wool, 7% acrylic, 3% rayon. So it didn't stretch much. It did when I was blocking it. And then, sorry, I try to keep my voice a little low because my voice fluctuates, but then it cracks. So that was another thing with this one. So I'm thinking maybe I could make it longer now because I did prefer it when it was, well, I love it now, but I prefer it when it was like damp that with that length because it scrunched up back to the same size. I feel like it might be because of like well the other material and the tweed in here. But now that I know with the universal yarn, um, that if I do have more in my storage unit, I don't have a lot, but If I choose to put it into a garment again, I feel like I'll keep that in mind for sure. Because for the non-superwash, it is pretty predictable with how it's going to um, develop even after washing and blocking it. So, um, sorry, if I look up, there's the picture frames that my parents put up, and I just make sure, me always like making sure for stuff that there's like nothing that I could see in the picture frame behind me. I know. Yeah, like Adrian, oh my god. So, it's like a lot of times me trying to start off my videos because like right when I'm like trying to say hello, my voice just cracks. Again, would like to just keep it here. I if I did want to recycle the yarn, it would probably just be like the contrast color and the sleeves because I cut it open. I don't know when I would make this again because it already took me a while. And then I was thinking like, oh, maybe I'll make another one of the Maya, another Maya cardigan because I was like, I was thinking about it. Oh, I was doing my assignment yesterday, the one that's due today, and I'm happy that I did it. I get kind of excited and like a little bit like, of course I need to get this done, but I do like the researching aspect. I don't read a lot of novels, but I like to read reference books. A lot of my books like are more instructional and I could get information out of them. Whereas like someone might want to have a library of novels. Um, the books are heavy. I try not to buy them. I mainly stick to knitting books, and that's already uh, there's like a stack of them. But I have like three main ones for sure. Two I'm gonna show. So two of the Kavala books, like the Finnish patterns or Finnish knitwear designer, and then the Portuguese knitting book, and by the Portuguese knitwear designer Rosa Pomar. So this next one I'm gonna do again and again and again. I have this isn't the first time I've done this one. So I have made this pattern a couple times. I didn't do the underarms. I did like some of it, but not the whole thing. So this is a cardigan that I cut up again. I feel like I might wanna make the sleeves longer. I did 3/4 length sleeves. I have worn this a couple of times, but I might do the way that they want you to do it because I've been doing like other knitted projects where you knit the sleeves and then combine it with the body and then knit up. It's more of like a a lot of the older patterns do like the piecing like that in general. Um, See, like more modern patterns do top down with the yoke and then working your way down from there. But some people like doing the sleeves first. My thing is, I don't mind doing sleeves, but I don't really want to do it first. I would like to do like the body first or the yoke first because it's more exciting, and then I see stuff grow, and then maybe I want to do the sleeves. So, I mean, I could, because worked the pattern, I worked it backwards in terms of making the sleeve based off of what they wanted you to do. But I'm gonna see how I like the full length. But it's weird because I feel like I might want to do a different pattern other than doing the Maya cardigan again. There is a Maya cardigan DK that recently came out, and I knit the hat, the Maya hat pattern of this, and I love that one. I call it like the desert hat because I use desert colors. So there's like the poppy cardigan that I have. I would like to add more cardigans back into my wardrobe because I use them the most and I'm putting away the most. So it's kind of strange. I have one of my first ones that I literally butchered because it was one of my first steaks, and I still love the color. It's purple. It's a free pattern by Jenna Kostet. It's Breath of the World sweater, the one with the birds. Um, not sure if it's still free, but when I got it, it was free. But it might be in the book now. I'd have to check. The Sleipnir isn't in one of her books. That's on her Ravelry or where you could get her patterns. Um, I've said this in a couple videos. Like a lot of the times when her patterns are published into books, they're not available for individual purchase anymore. So when I see a pattern that I know that I really like, I usually try to go for it unless it's dictated that it's going to be in her next book. And she also writes novels. There's like excerpts in her knitted books too. So I do have her Seriola that I'm working on. This is the second sleeve. And I'm almost done the increases. I would like to finish the increases today because I would like to bring it to class and just not think about where I had to increase. And I did the other sleeve and the body and connected them. So it's coming along. I don't know if I have enough yarn for it, but I'll do what I can. And then that's why I was thinking like I am going to start another pattern by Teti Letzak with the Ukrainian yarn that I have. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm still working on the Olympian sweater, and I would like to get past the main pattern before starting like the Yardana, which is the one I want to do. Um, that's designed by her and made. So I am going to maybe do like I was thinking about maybe a small project, but I also want to make sure that I add back into the cardigan portion of my wardrobe at least. Um, this is the Seriola. I attached the sleeves. I kept the stitch markers on there. And it's, oh my god, knit up to the point where I just have to sew the second sleeve in. So I'm hoping I have at least enough for the increases, well, increase area. I don't know, that's specific, but, and then if I have to transition and we'll blend in the other yarn that I have. I don't have much of it, but, and then I have her books here. So I'm going to, well, I'm knitting from volume 2 right now. And it's so fun that I tested for some of these. The one that I was talking about, this one is, oh, it's in her book now. And there is The Origin of the World, and it's also, it also has the Finnish name on there. And then there's a lot of patterns that I would like to knit of hers. So the Origin of the World or the Birth of the World. Um, and then that's the one that I did in purple, very specific. But I feel like I just bought that yarn and I wanted to knit a free pattern, and that's what it ended up being at the time, being free. The pattern that I was thinking about, there's also another pattern that I was thinking about that it's not in a book, but it was going to be instead of my cardigan. And it's also a pattern specifically as a cardigan. So ideally, I would like to knit a pattern that I actually have all the yarn for. And that's calling myself out for not buying all the yarn for the project. But you can get it like down the line instead of buying it all at once. So I do have larger quantities of some yarn. So the green is like it's an olive green. I have the full quantity to where I could make a cardigan out of it. So the origin of iron. Sorry, I don't know if I showed the picture and it was showing the writing on it. I didn't need to. I put my other projects in this corner, which is kind of nice. Ideally, I don't like having leftover, or not leftover, but like projects I haven't finished. But since it's a different climate, I haven't finished some of them. So I was thinking maybe I could. This looks like it'll be bottom up. Sorry. Yeah, it's bottom up. Worked in the round from the bottom up and steeped open. The sleeves of the cardigan are worked separately and joined to the body for the yoke. The cardigan has a textured stitch pattern and the yoke is decorated with color work. So that one. And I would like to do it in green. Well, there's a lot of patterns that I would like to do, but I kind of wanted to do a test run with this one and make a different size than what I normally do. So I'll see if I will make that next because I don't want to have so much on the needles and I want to get something complete, but at the same time I don't have all the yarn for some of them. I do for the Olympian sweater. So that is definitely ongoing. Um, the other one, I feel like I would like to have a folk project or a folk styled cardigan in my wardrobe. So I've had this pattern for a long time. I did knit up one of it's is it Fox and Folk? And I do have a larger quantity of it's an alpaca blend. I don't know how well or how compatible it would be for me to knit that up here. I haven't tried knitting with alpaca here yet. It's so far the most comfortable ones to knit on. The most comfortable is the Ukrainian yarn. It's the lighter one, even if it is 100% wool, and it's non-superwash. So Oh, me as I go to the knitwear designers page and I see other stuff that I would like to make. These are like more accessories. Well, there's like a, I don't have a tank top for like a knitted tank top. It doesn't really come to mind for me to make one because, well, I wouldn't wear it in like the warmer seasons anyway. But it would be nice because I still wear tank tops in the winter time. I wear tank tops all year round. Oh, now there's like stuff that I want to, other stuff that I want to knit up. And I'm trying to stick to things that I actually have. So I'm not sure how this will translate on video, but I think it would be a sweet cardigan to have. The main thing with this is that I have a tendency of going for things that have more color work than having less of it. So I do really like this one. I know it's kind of like, okay, well, no, it is, and I don't mean to make that sound mean. It's, I love it. And you could do different color palettes. Like if you see the different color palettes, I feel like maybe it has like a spring folk type of feel to it. And it might be nice because, well, I feel like it would be nice because since it has less color work, I feel like the garment will have more flexibility to it. Not that that's usually a problem, but it's something to think about too. And just doing like the different combinations. I might do the last one though that I showed. I'll have to see how the yarn feels to me, but for sure want to get a move on with this one because I don't know if I'll really knit on here, but maybe I'll do a round or sections. I did my project and I don't know if you'll be able to think about like what I, or not project, assignment on what I did it on because I wrote penetration like 7 times in it and I did change it from time to time, but that seemed to be the main word for it. And I could read it. It is pretty lengthy, so I'm not sure if that would be something to listen to, but I always get excited about it, and hopefully it's not overbearing. And you could just tune me out if it's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I know, but it's like the energy of scientific discoveries or breakthroughs, and the enthusiasm's there. So maybe I could do a small project. I'm gonna look at the knitwear designers page and um, see, as I said, Fox and Folk, and see the other patterns that she came out with. I do have one of her um, patterns that I knit up that I actually use a lot in the winter time. It's a specific outfit. It's the Into the Wild sweater, and I cropped it, and um, I love it. It has foxes on it. I was thinking about doing that one again at some point because it is um, like a sweet pattern, and I think that's like the energy of it that I really like. Um, I would like a full length one. I would also like to do another cropped one. And thinking about doing a cardigan one, but I love it enough that it's not like I don't love the other patterns, but I love it to where I don't feel like I would want to dismantle it like that. I just like, I feel like once you steak, you would like to make everything into a cardigan, at least for me, because I wear cardigans. Well, out of all of my knitted garments, the cardigans are the ones that I use the most. And then the cropped ones are also used a lot too. Full length sleeves, it's nice to have because it's classic, but I don't reach for them as much. Man, now I just, it's always going down that rabbit hole of seeing a pattern or a couple patterns. But since I haven't been knitting as much, well, a lot of accessories this time around and specific projects. So, and some of the ones like, mm, again, I've never had some of them. I think I have to correct myself again. Sorry, just the whole video today. 'Cause I feel like the Into the Wild is actually a different knitwear designer, but then, because I was thinking about it, because like it's a fox here for the user. Still love the pattern. Um, I really want to knit the tank top because it's color work. I feel like that would be, I'll add it to my cart. So sorry for the designers. I love the one that I created and I love the pattern that I purchased. I didn't knit it yet, but I've had it for, it's one of the patterns that I've had for a while. And there's a hood. I have an interest in like hoods. I feel like it would be nice because I haven't really worn the hood that I made like that. I did wear it for a couple of episodes. I keep saying episodes, a couple of videos because I like it with a specific outfit. Um, but the yarn that I used, it bleeds a lot because I used it was like this Dollar Tree cotton yarn, which it feels nice when you're knitting it up, but I tried to block the other one that I made like a garment out of, and it bled so much. Mittens. So I feel like I'll definitely have a look at this, but I'm I made a lot of progress on my woven scarf, so I kind of want to complete it, but I kind of I know once I complete it, I'm gonna want to put something else on the loom, and it takes me a while to finish it because I've noticed that I consider them kind of seasonal, and since it's the summer and it's the sea spirit scarf, that's what I call it. I am super into the color palette, and I am enjoying weaving it. It's not like I don't love it other times of the year, but I I felt like I put it down and I didn't really work on it, and I was also um, staying here and staying there. So I don't know if I'll make another video later, but I figured that maybe I could at least sort some stuff in the room. You'd be surprised that I sorted a couple things and it is progress for me. Because me with change, and then I like knowing that I definitely want to put something here or there. I don't like moving stuff too often once I have it in its place. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video.